Hello students, welcome to another beautiful session of this three-dimensional geometry. Today we'll be discussing very interesting concepts of this three-dimensional geometry. So let's begin what else is there in this three-dimensional geometry. So the space around us is very beautiful. And when you draw three mutually perpendicular planes in this space, it gets divided into 8 parts. Let's see here. So here is a model, and here three perpendicular planes have been drawn. So this is a horizontal plane and there are two vertical planes out here. They are drawn in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular. Means this is perpendicular to this is perpendicular to this as well, and this is perpendicular to this. So these are three mutually perpendicular planes and they are dividing this beautiful space into 8 parts. Let's see here. So this is the 4 parts up and the 4 parts down. So in this way, the entire space gets divided into 8 parts and each part is called an octet. So they are numbered as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh, eighth. So in this way, the space gets divided. And the line along which the planes intersect, they are called coordinate axes. Look at this. This plane and this plane, they are intersecting along this line. They are intersecting along this line. So this is called one coordinate axis. Similarly, this plane and this vertical plane, they are intersecting along this line. So this is one more coordinate axis, and these vertical planes, they are intersecting along this line. So this is called one more axis. So there will be 3 axes when the 3 mutually perpendicular planes intersects, and they are called x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Suppose if you name it as x-axis, this as a y-axis and this as a z-axis, then we call the planes respectively. This is xy plane, this is xyz plane and this is xz plane. And the point at which all the mutually perpendicular planes intersects is called origin. So this point is called the origin of this coordinate system. So let's understand many concepts of this in the classroom. So let's enter into the classroom. So let's welcome into the classroom. So let's try to understand some of the basic concepts of this three-dimensional geometry. We all have studied coordinate planes in 11th standard. As I explained earlier, coordinate planes are the planes which are mutually perpendicular in space and they divide the entire space into 8 parts as I said earlier. So here are the 4 parts above and 4 parts down and they are called. So let's understand what you mean by coordinate planes. So here the plane for which x-axis and y-axis as the adjacent axis is called xy plane. So this plane is called xy plane. Look at this blue plane for which this z-axis and y-axis as the adjacent axis and this axis is called yz plane. Similarly, this plane is called xz plane. So in this way, you have to remember what do you mean by coordinate planes. So 3 mutually perpendicular planes intersecting at point O are called coordinate planes in 3-dimensional space, and they are denoted by xy plane, yz plane and xz plane respectively. So remember this thing. Now we have to represent the position of a point in space. So how to represent coordinates of point in space? So let's understand. So here is one three-dimensional space. Suppose that there is a bulb hanging inside this octate. You can call it as a room also. So in this room there is a one bulb and we are supposed to represent its position in terms of distances. So how it can be represented is the question. So the position of any point in space, in three-dimensional space we can say, can be given in the form of ordered triplet, means by the distances from which it is. For example, suppose this bulb is at a distance this much from this wall and this much distance from this side wall and this much distance from this base floor, you can say. So the position of this point can be represented in the form of these distances. So this distance is called x, means distance from this yz plane. Distance of the point this from this plane is called x, means it is along x axis. Similarly, distance of this bulb from this plane, from xz plane, means this is along y. This is called y coordinate, and distance of this bulb from the floor is given by z. It is along z axis. Okay, so the position of this bulb can be represented in the form of ordered triplet p of x comma y comma z. So if there is any point in space, then it will have coordinates in the form of x, y and z. So here x is the distance of the point from yz plane and y is the distance from xz plane and z is the distance of the point P from xy plane. Now let's understand, if any point is on the plane, then what about its coordinates? So let's see here. If a point A is on yz plane, then what about its x coordinates? If any point is on yz plane, means its x coordinate is always going to be 0, because x stands for what? X stands for distance of the point from yz plane. So it is on yz plane, means x is going to be 0. So similarly, if a point B is on, it is on xz plane. So how far it is from xz plane, means no, it is at a distance of 0 from xz plane, because it is on the xz plane. So its y coordinate is 0. Similarly, if a point C is on xy plane, then what about its z coordinates is? Z coordinates is 0. Now here some of the points are on the coordinate axis. Now you have to represent the coordinates of these points in general. So here the point P is on the x-axis. Then what are its coordinates? Can you? So the coordinates of the point P are in the form of x0, 0. Similarly, the point Q is on the y-axis. So if the point is on the y-axis, as we know, the x coordinate and z coordinates are 0 and it will have only y coordinate. So the coordinates of the point Q are in the form of 0, y, 0. Whereas the point R is on the z axis, then the coordinates of the point R are 0, 0, z. So you have to take care of such things. So here are the coordinates of the point PQR. So here is the one three-dimensional axis, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and there is a one cube placed in such fashion, and if you are given that each edge of the cube is 1 unit. Now you have to represent, or you have to identify what are the coordinates of the point P, Q, R, S. So as it is given that the length of each edge is 1 unit, means this is 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit. So every edge is of 1 unit. Now see here, you have to identify what are the coordinates of this point P. As I mentioned earlier, coordinates means they are the distances from planes. So how far it is from this? X stands for what? X coordinate stands for distance of the point P from this backside wall, that is YZ plane. So P is at a distance 1 unit from this YZ plane, and Y stands for this distance from XZ plane. So how much is this distance? This is 1. So 1. So again, Z stands for how far it is from XY plane. So this distance, it is 1. So the coordinates of a point P are 1, 1, 1. So next, what are the coordinates of the point Q? Now Q is what? It is on the plane. It is on the plane XY. So what are its coordinates? As I mentioned, so if any point is on the XY plane, its Z coordinate is 0. So this is going to be 0, and these two distances, this stands for this distance. This is 1 unit, and this place stands for this distance. This is 1 unit. So the coordinates of point Q are 1, 1, 0. So similarly, you can identify the coordinates of R and S. So here are the coordinates of P, Q, R and S. So remember this thing. Now, in the 11th standard, we have studied distance between two points in space. So suppose that this is a three-dimensional space, and imagine that there are two bulbs hanging in this space, and we want the distance between these two bulbs, you can say, or points, you can say. So imagine that the coordinates of, or the position of these points are x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2. We are interested in this distance, and how we can find it? By the distance formula. That is, the distance between any two points in space can be given by this formula that you studied in 11th standard, and we are going to use this. So it has to be remembered. Now there is an example. Find the distance between two points A and B. Straight away apply the formula, substitute the values of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. So in this way you can find distance between any two points in space. So these are all basic things to be required to understand big concepts. Find the distance between two points. Another example, P is 2, 3, 4, and from origin you have to find the distance between the point P and the origin, means you have to find OP. So taking x1, y1, z1 as 0, 0, 0 and x2, y2, z2 as 2, 3, 4, and straight away substitute here. So the distance OP is given by this. So whenever you require the distance between O and some other point, you just under root write sum of the squares of the coordinates of the point P, that is 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So this is the distance OP.